Well, actually, I've heard, since I was interviewed in Taiwan a lot when I was there a couple of weeks ago, that we somehow have interviewed President Tsai more than any other journalist. And I have many journalist friends in Taiwan who were jealous and wondered how this access came about. I had this idea after her win, and I went to a producer I've worked with on the first film named Geraldine Dreyfus, who's won an Oscar. And she said, I think you might be able to get a grant to start the film. There's a foundation in San Francisco focused on women, peace, and security, which she knew was an interest of mine. And so first we needed to know that there might be some financing available. So that I went down that road and applied for the financing. Then I needed to submit an official proposal to the president's office. And for that, we had the help of a local Taiwanese producer named Feng Xianxian, Sylvia Feng, who really was invaluable. I would say she was tremendously helpful. She was on the ground when we were here, and she could submit the proposal. They took the normal 6 months to get back to us about whether we would even have a first meeting with President Tsai. So in April, they invited us back. In 2017, they said, why don't you interview some other people? Maybe you'll get an interview with President Tsai. And on the last day before we were scheduled to leave, we were invited to the presidential office building, to a big conference room, our team, her team. We were pitching and talking for a while. President Tsai came in last. She sat at the head of the table, listened to us for a minute, and engaged us, interviewed us, started to leave the room, which was a little disheartening, turned around at the door, nodded her head, quickly closed the door and scooted out of the room. And her side of the table erupted in excitement and applause. And then we finally understood, oh, that was a green light. Now this is going to happen.
The little nod was her green light.
Little nod. The best future outcome, I think, is for Taiwan to be understood, globally recognized, secure, in peace, not invaded, not going through war, not being forced to make a formal declaration of independence, because, as you said, they're de facto independent. All of that is existing. And to be, supported by an international community through respect and admiration and peace. The facts of history, which we have in our film because it matters, are that Taiwan has never been a part of the People's Republic of China.